wall to wall and front to back. Everywhere that the narcissist moves, they see something that they like. And it's not just you. They got their eyes on everybody. They want it all, and they want it now. It's never enough. They want this, that, and this, and they want you, her, and them. Narcissists have quite a pair of eyes. They actually have 4 sets of eyes. Wandering eyes, snake eyes, fish eyes, and lying eyes. They have a pair of wandering eyes, a pair of eyes that looks at everything that walks by, eyes that roam around seeking whom they may devour. They will take their eyes off you and place them on someone else. They have a pair of snake eyes. They are very deceitful. Snake eyes that are very cunning, doing things behind your back and trying to fool you. Snake eyes that are very cunning and trying to suck the very life out of you, trying to take you for everything that you got. Narcissists also have a pair of fish eyes. They're very foolish. These fish eyes are very unfriendly and suspicious. They do very silly things to jeopardize the relationship, such as engage in all types of vices, gambling, drinking, and recklessness. And then finally, they have a pair of lying eyes. They don't care about the fact that you're married. They don't care about the fact that you're in a relationship with them. They will cheat on you and say it wasn't me. You will bring the evidence and proof to them, and they will still deny it. Take your eyes off this 4-eyed devil and turn them towards the marvelous light. The narcissist is greedy for attention, greedy for lust, greedy for fame, and greedy for admiration. Having a date night with a narcissist is a complete disaster. They will spend the majority of that date looking at every female that walks by, staring the waitress down, all sorts of things like this. Excessive eye contact with other females in your presence. Their eyes will be wandering all over other women's bodies in your presence. I have seen with my own eyes the narcissist follow a set of cheeks on a woman with every move that she made. His eyeballs were glued to her buttocks. Can't you just look and look off? Can't you just glance and look away? When you confront them about it, they're going to say, oh, I wasn't looking at her. I was looking at something else. You shouldn't even have to say anything because that is highly disrespectful. I remember one time we went to a water park for a family getaway. I had recently had a baby. I was with our very young son at the time, and it was supposed to be a nice family outing. The narcissist couldn't help his lust. I saw his eyes dancing all over females' bodies. He got an eyeful of every shake and jiggle. I saw him look at somebody up and down in a very lustful way and then smile. I'm like, wow. It's one thing to say you don't care about somebody, but to actually show it in their presence, he didn't care about me. You can forget about the narcissist claiming you in public. One time I went to the museum with the narcissist also on another family occasion. Our very young son was there with us. And we're looking at one exhibit in the museum, and all of a sudden, I hear the narcissist just bust out and say, "Hey, Keisha." And I'm looking at him trying to figure out why is he so excited. So he goes up to the lady who is there with her man and her child also and starts talking to her. And they're both talking to each other just like our significant other is not standing in the room. It's not standing there. They're just chatting it up. Neither one of them has said, oh, this is my husband, this is my wife. None of that. How disrespectful can you be? How are you that excited to see another woman and never that excited to see me? So I have to ask when the lady walks away, who is that? It should never be that way. He tells me it's someone that he grew up in the neighborhood with. I've never been that excited about someone that I grew up in the neighborhood with. They don't care what story they tell you. They don't care what lie they say. This type of disrespectful behavior makes you question yourself constantly. Makes you ask yourself, what's wrong with me? Why am I not enough? It makes you feel very, very inadequate. It's not only damaging to the relationship, it's damaging to yourself. Your sense of self-esteem, your sense of self-worth, your sense of value. Another thing that perpetuates this wall-to-wall and front-to-back behavior is the narcissist's frequent visits to the adult bookstore. They're constantly looking at other women who are nothing like you, very much not conservative at all, very much kind of out there. You don't dress like them, you don't act like them, you don't look like them. And the more and more narcissists look at those kinds of movies and things like that, it makes you feel like, why am I even here? It makes you feel like they're settling, like they actually want something else. They don't want you. And it's very much true. They actually don't want you. They want the things that you can provide for them. They want the perks that they can get out of you. They want the benefits, but they don't actually want you as a person. They see you as an object to be used. Narcissists want to be told that they are the greatest. They want to be able to compare you to other supply. They want to see how many people that they can get. They want to see how many people like you that they can get. They are ranking you as far as what type of grade of supply you are. Another disrespectful, wandering eye type behavior that my ex-husband used to do was allow other women to get too close to him in my presence. A lot of times when we went on dates, especially to restaurants, a lot of the waitresses were too touchy-feely. Now, I don't particularly want to look at someone else touch my spouse in any way. I really don't care how friendly or non-threatening they think it is. And a lot of times it would be very young waitresses. They just assume that just because the narcissist was dressed really nice, he was a nice looking gentleman, that he would be tipping, he would be paying for the meal, all those things like that. And some of them just thought that, he was dressed really nice and they just thought he looked great. But for the most part, I gathered that they were working hard for their tip, if you know what I mean. And a couple of them would touch his arm and touch his shoulder, and I was not happy about that. And the narcissist didn't say a word. And I'm over there slamming my fist on the table. I'm ready to get up and leave, and I'm ready to ask for another waitress. Then, of course, the narcissist will say that you are overreacting. You're too sensitive. It's not that big of a deal. Meanwhile, they're soaking up all of that attention, and they're also happy about the fact that you are perturbed. The narcissist will be wall-to-wall and front-to-back because they have no boundaries. They don't see marriage as something like a boundary to stay within. They love pushing past the limits. They love testing things. They love getting away with all sorts of drama. They don't respect the fact that you're married. They don't respect you as a person. They don't respect the wedding band. They don't respect the contract that you made between the two of you, the vows that you took. They don't care anything about that. If it's not something that they want to do, if it's not something within their will that they want to do, it's not important to them. All the narcissist cares about is getting their way and having their way. The narcissist doesn't belong to you. Unfortunately, they belong to the community. You can forget about them being faithful, forget about them being dedicated, and forget about them being committed to you. They have wandering eyes that they use as a weapon. They do snaking and caking. They are fish-eyed fools that do the most. They have lying eyes that will look at you right in your face and tell you all sorts of untruths. Infidelity on any level is very hurtful, and it undermines your confidence, undermines your trust, makes it super hard for you to trust the person in front of you and anybody else going forward. It's even worse when it happens in a marriage, because you know that you made a vow with someone. You took a vow to be in a committed relationship. You took a vow of trust and communication, and none of that happened. I am a person that likes to be honest and talk things out. I would appreciate it very much for my spouse to have come to me and said, hey, I need something that I'm not getting from you. Or, hey, I'm feeling this way, or I'm feeling that way. Communication is everything. It's really terrible when someone takes the cowardly way out to do sneaky little things behind your back instead of just talking out the issues with you. How do you know what your partner is capable of if you don't ask, if you don't talk about it? The things that you're going off looking for in someone else, you can very well find way more than that at home already. Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable among all, and the bed undefiled. But fornicators and adulterers God will judge. And I do believe that we shall reap what we sow. And all of the cheating that the narcissist did behind my back, I talked to the Lord about it. I asked the Lord to show me things, and the Lord did just that. And all of that cheating helped result in our divorce. So definitely we reap what we sow. Matthew 12:39 says that this is an evil and adulterous generation. And I do believe that that is correct. That it's commonplace to cheat. It's commonplace to not be faithful. People aren't serious about marriage, aren't serious about keeping the vows. People are just all over the place. Nothing is committed. It'll be here today and gone tomorrow. People don't want to hold down, be steadfast, and unmovable. Proverbs 6, starting at verse number 32. Whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does so destroys his own soul. Wounds and dishonors he will get, and his reproach will not be wiped away. It is dishonorable to cheat and have wandering eyes and be disrespectful of your marriage, to disrespect the gifts and the union that God has given you. Since the narcissist can't seem to keep their eyes on you as the prize that the Lord has given them, and they keep putting their eyes on everybody else, take your eyes and put them on the Lord Jesus Christ. Take your eyes and put them towards the marvelous light.